Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Ansel Armstrong back again, and today we're going to be going over how you, as a no money spent player, as a money spent player, doesn't matter, but how you can complete the live series collection and collect your Micky Mantle. Personally, I am a no money spent player. It is April 14th, so we are exactly 1 month into the game being out. And we got ourselves Micky Mantle last Friday, so a couple days ago. So in less than 1 month as a no money spent player, I picked up myself Micky Mantle, and today in this video we're gonna go over how you can do the same. I'm gonna be fully transparent about every step that I've taken and everything I've done to make sure that I'm acquiring subs and acquiring these cards without spending an extra dime on MLB The Show 20. So the first thing, and honestly probably one of the biggest tips I can give, is that you want to have a game plan in place. You don't want to just go out and start collecting teams. You want to make sure you're being focused and smart with the collections that you are going after, right? You want to be able to play the market properly and collect the proper teams and make sure that you have a game plan and your focused action in place to make sure when you're going after Micky Mantle, you're doing it in the proper fashion. So the first thing I would do is take a look at these division collections and find one either you want to do. One of the best ones is the AL East because you get a lot of good cards. The Victorino, Longoria, and Jason Giambi are all really good cards. And this Roberto Alomar is really usable as well, right? So maybe you start and you focus on the AL East, or you want to go as cheap as possible and you want to go somewhere like the AL Central. AL Central is a very, very inexpensive division to go after. If you want to check the prices of these divisions before you go after, head on over to the show zone. I'll have a link down in the description below. They have real-time updated prices for collecting live series, for collecting prospects, for collecting teams, divisions, you name it. They have it up there. It's what I use whenever I'm formulating my game plans and what I'm going to attack. And you can see the historical price trends as well. So if you want to wait for another market dip, if you can kind of time it properly there, you can save yourself several thousands of stubs. But what you want to do is have a plan, and you want to go division by division. I know a lot of people, they'll go through here and they'll go team by team and they'll look through for the inexpensive teams and knock those out first. But personally, what I did is I go division by division, and there's a couple reasons for that. First off, when you're going divisional, you're getting these divisional rewards, and they're really good rewards. This is Billy Wagner, right? Let's take a look at his stats. This Billy Wagner in 10.2 innings online for me has given up no runs, you know, and so you're getting really good cards that are gonna help your team and help you be a better player. But not to mention that, you're also getting these stubs back for the division, 4,000 subs, and then you're getting that 7,000 XP as well, which as you work through the XP reward path, you're just going to be earning more and more and more stuff. So you're collecting those little bonuses as well. And as a no money spent player, every little additional stub, XP, whatever you can pick up, that helps out. Now, of course, the AL West is a very expensive one, but let's say you start with the AL Central. It's the same rewards and you pick up Walter Johnson, right? But in addition to that, there's a little bit of psychology to it as well. If you go through and you collect all the gold teams first, and then you take back and you take a step back and you think to yourself, wow, I still have all these teams and all these diamonds to pick up, and I've already spent all this time in stubs. I still have so far to go. But if you go division by division, you're going to be collecting some of those diamond players, and once you get a whole division cleared out, you're 1/6 of the way to Mantle and 1/3 of the way to Biggio or Garry Sheffield, which leads to the next step. After you go divisional, you want to go league by league. So if AL Central is your first division, next year you want to go after the American League. And I get it. I know that it's very, very, very ominous trying to go after Mike Trout. He's a very expensive card, but trust me, it's more doable this year than ever. We're going to get into some more steps here in a minute. But again, it's the same kind of concept, right? If we knock out the American League as a whole first, right? In the same amount of subs you could take for doing all the gold teams and a couple diamond teams, you knock out the whole American League, right? Then you're getting another 10,000 XP on top of that, and 12,000 or 10,000 stubs, I should say, and 12,500 XP. And not to mention they throw in a little Craig Biggio too, second baseman, catcher, really good ratings. You're getting a really good card. And then again, to the psychological aspect, it's, oh wow, I'm halfway to getting Micky Mantle. This is very doable, right? It makes things way more approachable, way more doable. You want to piecemeal it out. right? You kind of want to snowball effect it. You want to windfall it a little bit. You're taking out piece by piece. You're not trying to complete. You're not completing Micky Mantle in one go of it. We're doing piece by piece, one division at a time, one league at a time. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna piece it out piece by piece, and it's gonna make it seem a lot more obtainable. Just get into chunks. Just get into chunks. Look at the AL Central. It's 150K. Okay, boom. I can do 150K. I can work that out. Which is leading us into our next point. Let's say you're going for the AL Central, right? What you're gonna want to do, and trust me when I say you're gonna be surprised at how much you have, is sell everything. Now, is that time consuming? To a degree, it can be. Yeah, if you haven't been going through and clearing out your binder and managing that, it can be time consuming. But what it also is very fruitful. So let's say I'm going for the AL Central right now. I've already gone through and sold on my stuff not that long ago, but let's say I'm going for the AL Central. I got Pedro Severino right here. We'd go 490 stubs. Market prices, they're going up. You're sitting on stubs you don't know about, right? There's another 35 there. It's not much. It's not a ton. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight. But if you're focusing on completing a singular division, there's another bronze there for another 90 stubs. If you're focusing on completing a single division, you want all the subs you can to put into that division, right? So you're going to sell everything else. And I legitimately mean everything. We're talking commons, bronzes, silvers, equipments, stadiums, sponsorships, unlockables, everything, every single thing. You're going to build up subs quicker than you think. That is what I did. I would build up enough subs so I had enough to complete an entire division at once, and I'd knock out the entire division. And there's another benefit of this as well. Not only are you conglomerating your stubs together to make sure that you can focus on those singular divisions, because again, our goal at one specific moment is not Mantle, it's a single division, right? Not only are you doing that, but let's take a look at the AL West, for example, because I know there's a couple good ones in here. So let's say the AL West, the Mariners, is a big one that everyone likes to collect. Let's say that you're not going for the AL West, you're going for another division. Doesn't really matter what, but you're going for another division. A lot of people would hold on to some of these cards because they think, well, you know, I'm going to have to get them eventually. I'll just hold on to them. But let's say that you pull yourself a Dom T. Williams. He's a pretty known commodity. When you go and you look at his market, 1,700 stubs for a bronze card, Dom T. Williams. Now, nobody likes that. Nobody wants to spend that much for that card, but he was released late in the game. His supply is limited, and therefore his price is artificially high to a degree. So if you were to hold on to this card, you're missing out on potentially 1,700 stubs. Now, let's say you sell him for 1,700 stubs. If we go through and we look at his marketplace, you can see it's starting to trend downwards, and it's going to continue to trend downwards, right? So in 2 months, when you're ready to complete the AL West, this card's only going to be a couple hundred stubs, and boom, you've just saved yourself 1,400 stubs. You extrapolate that over every card in your inventory, and we're talking tens, hundreds of thousands of stubs. So you want to go through and sell everything. You got stubs and focus on a division. We're not going for Mantle. We're going for one division at a time. And I'm telling you, you'll make quicker progress than you think. You'll be flying through the division collections, the team collections. Next thing you know, you'll have 2-3 divisions done. You'll have a league done, and you're halfway to Mantle before you know it. And then at that point, you're going to be more motivated, and it's going to be very feasible to knock out. So the next aspect and thing that you're going to want to focus on is taking what the game gives you to help you complete collections. It's going to give you a lot. For example, your team affinities. If you haven't been focusing on your team affinities, the awards there are insane. Let's take a look, for example, the Orioles. Now, we know that Orioles bronzes can be 400 plus stubs, and their silvers are mostly close to 500 subs. So if you go through and you get your 15 points in your team affinity, or 10, or what, however much it is, I believe it's 10 actually, and getting you your 4 non-sellable live series player pack, right? You're gonna get that, and you're gonna get 2 bronzes and 2 silvers for the Orioles. Now, if you're lucky, you get 4 unique cards. That's up to 2,000 to 3,000 stubs that you're saving for the Orioles when you go to collect them. For a team that's not super expensive as is, you're saving a couple thousand stubs, right? And again, we extrapolate that for 30 teams, and we're talking close to hundreds of thousands of stubs that you're saving just by taking these 4 players that the game gives you, right? And not to mention that you get them from other places as well. If you go into these player programs, right? We're looking at Alkaline. You get 3 of them for the Tigers. You know, do your Alkaline before. You're going to have some duplicates in here, but maybe you're the luckiest player ever and you get 12 Tigers already collected for free, right? And now you don't have to go and buy those. Same with the, you know, the Kerrywood, the Granderson, they all give them as well, right? You're going to want to go through, take these ones that the game gives you, and it's going to lessen what you have to collect on your end by a significant margin when it is time to go and collect those cards. If you're not having to buy, you know, that bronze that's worth 2,000 because you got them in a pack for free, that's saving you a ton of stubs. And again, as a no money spent player, every little corner that we can cut, every little advantage we can take, we're gonna go for that, right? And don't think that it's not worthwhile to do so because, you know, it's for players, whatever, it's not worth it. It's gonna add up over time. Again, you know, when we extrapolate it out over 30 teams and hundreds of these packs, that's making an incredibly big difference, right? Gonna make a huge difference. And of course, we're only gonna get more of these packs as things go along as well. And then now back on the Team Affinity side, not only do we want to be getting these 4-player packs, we also want to be grinding this out because there are tons of other good rewards too. You get 2,000 stubs at 20 Team Affinity per team. You're getting 3 packs at 40, another 4,000 stubs at 60, and 6 packs at 70. So if you extrapolate that out, I've been saying extrapolate a lot, but it makes me sound smart. So if you work that out for all 30 teams, you're getting 180,000 stubs and 270 packs. And these packs right here, I can't look at the odds, but these packs have the exact same odds as show packs. So we're talking 270 show packs and 180,000 stubs. That alone right there is enough to complete you a division, if not an entire league, after you go through and open all those packs. Now, is there a lot of time needed to grind those out? Absolutely. 100%, no doubt about it. But the rewards are there and the rewards are worthwhile. Not to mention, who knows, somebody out there is going to get lucky on their Team Affinity packs and pull a Trout, pull a Cole, pull a Bellinger, right? And then now they either can collect that card and finish out that division's collection, or they can sell that card, right? If you're going for AL and you pull Cody Bellinger, you sell him, and now you can finish out an entire division almost in the American League by doing so, right? And so now you're building up those sub counts a ton. And going hand in hand with these Team Affinities is these showdowns. So these showdown rewards can be pretty generous. Again, you know, when you're looking at the stubs and the XP, it's not an incredible amount. 500 stubs though, and 2,000 for that boss, 500 and 3,000 there, and then 1,000 and 5,000 for that final boss. Not to mention the 20 Team Affinity points to get you those packs, get you those stubs, get you those non-sellable player packs. But in addition to that, it's going to work you along that XP reward path, and the XP reward path has tons of great rewards within it. Not to mention that once you get to the prestige XP reward path, right, you're getting even more rewards and stubs and 90 plus diamond player choice packs live series to help you finish out those collections. Now, again, it is a long grind and it's going to take time to get there, but if you put in the effort and you put in the time to do so, you will be easily able to get Micky Mantle. Not to mention that before then, you can knock them out if you're following these steps and really, again, focusing your subs and focusing where you're spending your time and effort in going after these collections. Another aspect that we're going to focus on are these events. We have an event going on now. A new one's coming out in about a week. But we have this event going on now, and you know, the rewards are pretty substantial. A couple packs, we're talking stubs, we're talking XP, both players, 5-player pack. Again, not a ton, but these packs are going to add up and they're going to give you those bronzes, silvers, golds, and maybe even diamonds to sell and fill up your stub bankroll, right? And then when you get to the player rewards, we're not talking much for a Felix and or Brooks Robinson, but if you're getting 20K between the two of them, that's going to add up. If you're getting 10 packs there, even if you don't pull anything but bronzes and commons, they'll sell and it adds up. Prospects, another 20 bundle. The list goes on. And again, you can see how quickly you can accumulate these free rewards for your team and for your binder that are going to give you the inventory to then sell, accumulate stubs, and buy the cards you need to complete collections. And the final thing that we're going to do to gain stubs just from playing the game is going to be your programs, right? So as we're going through the programs, not only are you going to get these packs and these stubs, right? We have a headliner pack, more show packs. We're going to have these bosses, right? These henchmen, I should say. There's a couple thousand subs there. Not much, but it adds up. You get the ball as a habit pack. Who knows what you get, right? Then you get to the bat skin. You're looking at it, several thousand stubs again there. And then we're getting to the bosses. And let's see right now, if you were to sell the bosses, you're looking at around 40K. 40K, not a ton, right? But that's getting you a mid to high level live series diamond, or giving you a significant amount of progress if you're saving up for someone like Trout or Garrett Cole or Cody Bellinger or one of the big names. 40K makes a significant dent in that, right? 40K makes a significant dent in that. Not to mention that if you grind it out quickly, you can get even more. I personally sold my Hanley Ramirez for 220,000 stubs in this second inning program, and I used that to get Micky Mantle. But back to our, the original gameplay and the original thought is we want to be focused. You're going to be laser focused. If our goal is to get Micky Mantle, we have to put all of our efforts into that, which includes selling cards such as your bosses, right? Not a ton, but 40K adds up. You get 40K here, plus what you're selling from your packs. It all starts accumulating really, really quickly. Next thing you know, you're going to go from 10 to 20,000 to 200,000 just by playing the game, picking up what the game's going to give you, and selling those rewards. Now, the third way that you can potentially make some stubs that help you get your Micky Mantle card is after you've built up a bankroll of a couple 100,000 stubs, which sounds like a lot, but trust me, it is very, very doable in this game. If you follow the rest of the steps in this video, you will get yourself to a couple 100,000 stubs. And then you're gonna want to work the market. Now, we've done a couple other videos on working the market already, so we've kind of gone over the basics. If you haven't checked those out, be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. We have several videos about working the market, how to build your squad, no money spent, and build up your stub roll a little bit more in detail than we go here. But what I want to mention is one of the things that I was having a lot of success with, because I know, and I've heard from a lot of y'all that you don't really enjoy working the market. The margins on golds and bronzes and silvers is really thin, and I fully agree with that. It is very thin. It's not easy. It's tough, and it takes a lot of time. So one thing that I started doing is after I was done for the night, I'd take 15 minutes with about 200,000 or so, or 100,000 subs, how much you have, and I'd go in and I'd do some overnight flipping orders, especially on these diamond equipment cards. So it's not nighttime now, so the prices of these cards are not going to be super accurate to what they would be at night. But I'd come in here, and for example, this little arm sleeve right here, look at the buy sell options, and when I'm looking at that right side, right, I'm looking down and I can see right now it's selling at 11,200. But down below, all the way down at the bottom of those sell orders, is 10,500. So I'd come in, I'd create an order for 10,501, and overnight, as the market hits its overnight dip, guess what order might fulfill? 10,501. And then I wake up in the morning and sell it for 16, 17,000. That's an easy 4, 5, 6,000 subs. You do that for a couple orders. Let's look at this one right here. Not as big of a margin, it's not a good straight up flip, but if we came in here selling for 27 now, I'd come in and I'd put an order at 20,001. You can see on that right side there, it's about where it kind of drops off. I'd go 20,001, and overnight maybe it gets fulfilled, and I wake up in the morning and I sell it for 32, and I make a 9,000 stub profit. Sounds unlikely to happen, and a lot of times you're going to get orders not fulfilled. The vast majority of orders you put out through here will not be fulfilled. But again, these are passive stubs, right? It's overnight. You're not doing anything with your stubs anyway. Put in these orders. Maybe you wake up in the morning, you've gotten 2 or 3 of them. You make 5,000, 6,000 subs on each. And hey, there's another 10, 20, 30, 40,000 subs for 15 minutes of putting in high price buy orders on these diamonds and picking up their market as they dip down. It was one of the most effective ways that I made subs when I was going for Mantle, and I would just go through 15 minutes at the end of the night, put in these orders. I was having a ton of luck with it. So that does it for this video. Those are the exact steps that I took to get myself Micky Mantle. Again, I'm focusing one division at a time and selling legitimately every other card regardless of its value. If it's 10 stubs, if it's 10,000, I'm getting it out of my binder and I'm taking that and adding it to my bankroll, right? And that's what I was doing to make sure that I got Micky Mantle. In addition to that, I'm taking those free rewards the game's given me through team affinities, through the events, through the program, and I'm adding that to my bankroll as well. And you're going to see your subs inflate pretty quickly. The last thing I would say is remember, when getting Micky Mantle, especially as a no money spent player, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get tripped up because you're too busy looking at the finish line of Micky Mantle and you see how far away he is and how daunting of a task it is, because I used to do that in the same way. I remember in MLB 18, it took me way too long to get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from getting all the collections, because I remember thinking, wow, that's way too hard. Zero chance I ever do that. I'm not even going to put in the effort to try. And it limited my ability to do so. This year, we came out laser focused with one goal in mind, getting Micky Mantle, and we got him in the first month of the game. And you can do the exact same. But just remember, it is a marathon, not a sprint. If you don't have them now, if you haven't done a division, if you haven't done a single team collection, that's okay. You're not behind. You're not out of the race. You're not without chances to succeed still and get Micky Mantle. You can do it if you put your mind to it and you focus on it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to both like and subscribe. We're making our push to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube so we can become a partnered YouTube channel, which would do wonders for our ability to make better content and more frequent content as well. The support so far over these last couple weeks, coming in on a month now of MLB The Show content, has been incredible, and I truly do want to thank you all for tuning in each and every video, and your feedback has been very much appreciated. And as always, we are all ears for any feedback. And be sure to comment down below. Let me know where you are in your progress to get Micky Mantle. Have you finished any divisions? Have you finished any teams? Are you already a whole league down? Where are you in your path of getting Micky Mantle? And as always, we do stream on Twitch, link down in the description below. We've been playing ranked seasons with Micky Mantle, going through, making our World Series push here in season number 2. So be sure to check out the link below and follow along there. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later.